Hi guys, Kim here. So much going on, and yet it's almost as though I expect it to happen in the external world, but it's more subtle than that. I feel like we're continuously seeing how different people live in an entirely different world according to their personal beliefs and behaviours. I had a very strange instance occur just yesterday, whereby an acquaintance of mine experienced extreme frustration due to employing somebody to do a job for them. They called me to ask me what I thought about this horrible job. It was on the internet. But the really strange thing was that although we were looking at exactly the same web address, we were seeing entirely different pictures and images. It was showing me a different page than it was showing her. How is that even possible? We checked and rechecked the details that we were entering, and every time we got a different response. This is the manifestation on a personal level, how, according to belief, that we can experience a different reality. So to take this to a different level, we can, all of us, experience something uniquely different. I say pay attention to where this is occurring in your own lives, as it'll give you the confirmation of the idea of where your focus grows. There is no escaping this reality. The only way through it is through it. We can make plans to place ourselves in a better location, maybe, but we will take ourselves with us wherever we go. And at the end of the day, all the things that we were trying to escape from will just go with us until such time that we learn to face them without fear. Fortunately for us, the planets are moving into an alignment to create a better future for us. The months in November and December 2021 might still be challenging, but it creates yet more clearing and expression. Then beyond that, the awakening begins to occur. People will walk their talk and realize how much it's about self-responsibility by being practical and organized, listening to that inner voice guiding them. There may even be a feeling of being energized through the external world reflection of things finally happening and the viewable shift. What I really wanted to ask today was, are you a lighthouse? So what I meant by being a lighthouse is, are you a beam that radiates from your heart? We all have the ability to beam out, and we have no way of knowing what this beam will do or what effect it will have, who it will reach. But universally, we do not need to know this. We do not need to know who it touches or even how it touches them. All we need to do is know that it is. So a friend of mine and I were talking this morning about her reading her favourite stories to her kids, and she was saying that she had a deep feeling about wanting to help the children of the world. And as we chatted, we came across an idea that prior to commencing reading the books or the stories, that she could imagine herself as a lighthouse beaming out to all those children that needed to hear it, and she could send out the signal with love in her heart that she feels for all the children in the world. And those that need to hear that story would hear it. They may receive it as a dream or as a theme to a play or an idea, but they would hear it. All that was required was her intent. This idea might be a little bit whimsy for some, but it really is a two-sided coin. It works for those who feel that you're not doing anything, that you've got frustration in relation to not doing anything, like a nagging thing, that you should be doing something. And secondly, you're working on your heart energy and therefore assisting all in receiving love during this time when many are desperate. There are scientists like Dan Winter, for instance, who've measured the heart frequencies and recognized that when the heart is in love mode, that it beats the ratio of phi, and then phi is contained within the word infinite, or phi-net, which suggests the network of the frequency of phi. The way I see it, every little thing we do helps, as long as we do something rather than nothing. Yeah, we can take a stance of this. It's not too hard. Nothing we're doing right now is particularly easy, but being in service to others and service to self requires a balance. Remember years ago having this discussion on a forum as to where we were meant to be, as in service to self or service to others. And we arrived at the conclusion that we can be of no help to others. We've got to first sort ourselves out. And it's only in this process that we can assist others. So I say, why not? Spread the love about like fairy dust. Be a lighthouse. Beam it out, baby. Nothing happens to us that is by coincidence. It is all part of what we personally have asked for. All our happiness comes from within. It might seem that it comes from the outside world, but once we've become mindful of how much focus we give to that which we do not want, and we change that, then we start becoming aware of giving focus to the things that we do want, and the world shifts. It changes. This is how powerful you all are, and this is what it means when they say that happiness comes from within. One of the issues I feel is we give so little focus and appreciation to self, looking at perhaps how far we've come with gratitude and emphasis towards ourselves. We are brave souls navigating dangerous waters, and it's about time we looked at how amazing we are. The conditioning we've received has a huge effect on the way we feel, act and think, but simply by being mindful and actively and intentionally working on the external expressions, we become in alignment with ourselves, and then we start beaming out that, and it is contagious. Others will start reflecting that. Think about it. Have you ever met anybody that seemed to be totally at peace with themselves, and you've not realised the impact that it had on you until a later time? But think back now at your reaction to that person. It seemed like a rock, so strong, and an angel all wrapped up into one tiny box. Always remember, what you put out is what you get back. There's a very fine line between discussing a matter with partner and friends and being mindful of what you're expressing. I'm finding it more and more that I go to say something and I just stop myself. I might make the mistake over and over again, but then I'm mindful and continuously correct myself. It's hard. I'm getting to the stage where I do not even know the person I've become. At times it overwhelms me, and then I take stock, take a break and start again. So guys, having said all that, all I really wanted to say is that you're all lighthouses beaming out into the fog of illusion at this peculiar time. Certainly I felt a shift in energy this week. It feels like some of the denseness has gone, and the fog, so to speak, and I feel like some clarity is returning, an empowerment of sorts, that self-worth issues were around and they seem to have lifted dramatically. Being completely authentic comes with this territory, and the more that you align with being your true self, the more you will feel the energy of this particular concept. Keep up the beaming. Ta-ta for now.